This is Kameshwari from Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society Group of Institutions. Department of Civil Engineering, Geotechnical Engineering, my subject, R-rating BTech Civil Engineering, third year, first semester. Today we are going to discuss about introduction of geotechnical engineering. Before going to geotechnical engineering, any students can know what are the course objectives and what are the course outcomes of geotechnical engineering. First, what are the course objectives of geotechnical engineering? The course objectives of geotechnical engineering is understand the formation of soil and classification of soil. Understand the classification of soil, formation and classification of soil, how to form the soils, and determine the index and engineering properties of soils. Before going to geotechnical engineering, determine the flow characteristics and stress due to external applied loads. The third and fourth objective of course objective of geotechnical engineering is estimate the consolidation properties of soil. Estimate the consolidation properties of soil and estimate the shear strength and seepage loss. Estimate the shear strength and seepage loss. Before going to subject, enter into subject, every student must know the formation of soils, how to form the soil formation, disintegration and chemical weathering of rocks, and determine the index and engineering properties, laboratory experiments and applied loads, and consolidation. What is the difference between consolidation and compaction, and shear strength parameters of the soils, and what are the course outcomes of geotechnical engineering. At the end of the course, students will be able to characterize and classifying the soils, and also at the end of the course, the student able to estimate seepage stresses under various loading conditions and compaction characteristics. The third course outcome of geotechnical engineering is able to analyze the compressibility of the soils. The next outcome of geotechnical engineering is able to understand the strength of soils under various drainage conditions. At the end of the course, student should be able to learn the characteristics and classifying the soils and estimate the seepage and what is compaction, what are the different properties and different characteristics of compaction, and analyze the compressibility of the soils, understand the strength of soils under various drainage conditions. And also the 5 units, the brief introduction of the 5 units is the first unit, introduction. In this introduction, should be able to learn the students soil formation, how soils are formed, and mass volume relationships. Mass volume relationships. The mass volume relationships are basic definitions of geotechnical engineering, that is very important, and specific gravity of field density by core cutter and sand replacement method. These are laboratory tests we are conducting in laboratory. And also index properties of soil, generally engineering properties and index properties. From unit 1 we can learn about the index properties of soil. The index properties of soils are grain size analysis, consistency limits, that is liquid limit, plastic limit, and IS classification of soil. In grain size analysis, we can find out the either soil will be well-grained soil or fine-grained soil, or intermediate type of particles will be there. Either it is used for construction or we can go to learn in grain size analysis. In core cutter method, this core cutter method we can learn the undisturbed soil sample. In core cutter method, we can determine and collect the soil sample from the land is undisturbed soil sample. And what is permeability? And second unit is what is permeability. In this permeability, soil, water, capillary rise, flow of water through soils. What is permeability? ability with which water can flow through the soil particles, that is called as permeability. Capillary rise means due to capillary rise, soil particle consists of a void ratio. Due to in between voids, due to capillary rise, below the soil consists of a some underground or some of the depth water will be available. But top of the layers also, above the ground surface also, some of the layers will be moisture content. Due to this capillary rise, soil will be moisture content. And Darcy's law, permeability, factors affecting permeability. What are the factors affecting permeability? Different types of soil properties will be there: size, shape, slope, void ratio. These are the factors affecting permeability. And laboratory determination of permeability. Generally, permeability consists of two types: constant head permeability and variable head permeability. In this permeability test, we can also learn about the soil permeability and effective stress and seepage through soils. Effective stress and seepage through soils. In this total neutral effective stress, principal and effective stresses, fixed and condition, seepage through soils, flow nets. In this effective stress, very important, and total neutral effective stresses problems will be there. That is also very important. In total stress, effective stress is equal to sigma dash minus sigma minus u. Total effective stress is equal to total stress minus neutral stress or pore water pressure. Total stress means it is defined as the ratio of unit weight into particular thickness of a layer height. Total stress sigma is equal to gamma into h. That means unit weight multiplied by that particular soil height, thickness height, and comes to unit 3. Comes to unit. And third unit is stress distribution in soils. Here Boussinesq theory and Westergaard's theory for point load, uniformly loaded circular and rectangular areas, pressure bulk, variation of vertical stress under point load, along vertical and horizontal plane, Newmark's influence chart for irregular areas. Here derivations will be there, Boussinesq and Westergaard's theory, and problems also very important. And compaction. What is compaction? And mechanism of compaction. What are the factors affecting compaction? Effects of compaction on soil properties. What is compaction? Expulsion of air voids from the soil. That is called as compaction. And various factors affecting size, shape. That are the factors affecting. And field compaction equipment, effect of compaction. This compaction test also we can done in our laboratory. For layer by layer compaction, each layer compacted by using hammer, 25 blows. In this compaction test also two types. One is standard compaction test is, another one is mechanical compaction. Standard compaction and mechanical compaction, two types of compaction that is also done in our laboratory. And consolidation. What is difference between compaction and consolidation? Compaction is very less time, require less time, and consolidation is very long process. It is nearly taking 24 hours above. And long process. Types of compressibility, immediate and primary consolidation, and stress history of clay, E log P, normally consolidated soil, over consolidated soil, under consolidation soil. What is immediate settling and what is primary consolidation? What is secondary consolidation? The primary immediate settlement, primary consolidation, secondary consolidation. Expulsion of air voids from the expulsion of water from the soil is called as primary consolidation. Expulsion of water from the soil is called as primary consolidation. After that, continuation of consolidation is called as secondary consolidation. Now here very important is Terzaghi one-dimensional consolidation. Depend upon that, problems will be also there. And unit 5, shear strength of soils. Shear strength of soils. Importance of shear strength of soil. The importance of shear strength of soil is Morse-Coulomb theories, types of laboratory test, strength parameters, strength test, drainage conditions. Here shear strength of soils also in our laboratory. 4 types of tests. One is vane shear test and direct shear test, unconfined compression test, and triaxial test. These are comes under strength determined from the laboratory. Shear strength of sands, critical void ratio, and the reference the textbooks are used for this geotechnical engineering, basic and applied soil mechanics by Gopal Ranjan. This is one textbook. Another textbook is soil mechanics and foundation engineering by VNS Murthy, and another textbook are foundation engineering by PC Virgins. And the different textbooks are these are the different textbooks. The first one is KR Soil Mechanics and Foundation Engineering by KR Arora. And the next reference book is Principles of Geotechnical Engineering by Braja M. Das. And the third one, the reference textbook is Geotechnical Engineering by C. Venkatramaya. And these are the remaining textbooks of geotechnical engineering.